Needing some encouragement to break through your now? Here's what Life Coach Sloan says. Change the way that you think and you will alter the entire course of your life.
You're tuned into Breaking Through Your Now with your life coach, Sybil Sloan.
Good morning and welcome back to another episode of Breaking Through Your Now with your life coach, Sybil Sloan. As you guys know, we're continuing the relationship talk with Jennifer Stewart, where on the last episode, last week, you guys would have witnessed the fact that we were talking about dating the same guys, basically being in a dating cycle. Right. And it just continuing to perpetuate itself and it's not getting any better. And Jennifer's ready to just break through that situation so she can get to the happy part, and when we're gonna get to the good part. Right. And we dealt with the fact that as a girl, we dealt with the fact that the guys that she dated had witnessed some poor choices of relationships with their mother. We dealt with the fact that some of these guys were illegitimate children, where their fathers were married and they had babies by their mother, which again creates this guy's image of how a man should look. He should be cheating on his woman because his dad was a cheater, or he sees someone else cheating with their mom, so he thinks cheating is the way to go. So we also dealt with little girls, how little girls perceive the people she dates, because she looks at her dad and that's her idea of what a relationship should look like. The guy that I date, these are the qualities. My dad, I love him. He has great qualities. So I'm going to look for my dad's qualities in these guys. And fair enough, some of the qualities that you look for weren't good qualities.
True.
And as a result, you haven't been able to break the cycle.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Did you ever go back to California?
No, not really, for a short period, but yeah, very short period. So
you for the most part, you stay here with your dad.
Oh yeah.
And your dad's, obviously you witnessed his life as a man. Well, he was a pastor. Was he pastor then?
Yes.
Okay, so you said these guys were in leadership as well.
Right. Most of them are.
Mm-hmm. So there is an attraction or an affinity to men in leadership.
Yes.
And power. So what are you willing to do to break that cycle? Because at this point, you're in your late 30s now, right?
Mid
30s. She said, get it right. You're in your mid 30s.
Yes. And
so your desire is to get to the point where you have the person who is marriage material.
Yes.
And clearly these guys hadn't been marriage material.
No.
Probably not really dating material, but.
No, but they don't know it, but no.
Right.
Yeah.
They know it now though. I'm just saying. And I don't say that to throw shade, because I really feel like everybody has their own cycle. Everybody has their own order to where in their life they get to the point where they break through their curses. Right. So sometimes it takes some people longer than others, but in the meantime, you don't have to be the ship that guides them over.
Right.
Because eventually that you're beautiful and you're wonderful gets old.
Yeah, it only goes so far. Right.
So you said these guys like the kind of lady that, well, I guess you said sit at home or.
Yeah, I would think just maybe like a trophy, not a real partner. I think because I don't think they know what a real partner is. I just think they have an idea of relationships and they kind of go with that. So no, I don't think they know what a real mate is.
So that would have been for you to be the woman that sits at home and they live their life and they come home at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, you're supposed to be the woman that says, okay.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So how does that make you feel?
I honestly feel like it's so consistent that at times I felt like, okay, I can do this. Like I can just play this role and be a Stepford wife. But I mean, something inside of me is like, no, like I'm going to attack. I can't just keep quiet and just allow it to happen. So it's been a battle. So I didn't necessarily know how to deal with it.
So have you made up your mind that you're going forward this time versus stepping back?
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like I don't have a choice.
So, but how did it make you feel as a person? What feeling, if you had to bring it forth an emotion, what emotion would you say?
At times I have internalized it, like something was wrong with me, but my spiritual side kind of breaks through, and it's like, no, it's for a greater purpose. But at times, like I said, I would internalize it.
Okay, so you would make it personal.
Right.
And that could be the correlation of the abandonment issue, because whenever someone leaves our life, we naturally make it be we're the reason.
Right.
And then somehow in life we start to think, oh, it's me, I'm the problem. So as you internalize, and I realize you have a spiritual side, and we all have a spiritual side, but did it make you have any type of crazy thoughts or whatever about yourself?
No, I mean, my self-esteem is kind of high. So when I say kinda, I mean it's not out of the roof. But if you mean crazy thoughts and like I want to die, nah, I ain't never felt like that.
You could want to hurt them, but
no, because I always see how vengeance come back. So no, I never. It would just. It would almost make me want to question God, like, why me? Like, why do I have to be the one that's dealing with this when, I think I'm better than her. I look better than her. I'm shaped better than her, or, I make more money than this one. Why am I the one that's dealing with, all these knuckleheads? So I had to, now it's just getting to the point where I'm realizing it has to be for a greater purpose.
And it is. Yeah. Well, we'll be right back, you guys. This is getting really good. So we'll be right back. You guys tune in and stay set for more of the Jennifer Stewart debacle. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning back in, and we're back talking with Jennifer, and we're going to break through this scenario. We're almost there. I can feel it. So, Jennifer, I'm just going to ask you this. So what is it? What makes you keep going back? Because you choose to keep going back.
I think that I have an idea in my mind of what I'm supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be, and who I'm supposed to be with. I probably was, I think when I was growing up, I was told a lot, like, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. So these certain men just kind of fit that idea that has always been fed to me. So I guess I just try to make it.
You try to make them be that guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to force it.
Okay, because this is what I'm hearing, and this is a truth. Now, this is gonna not sound comfortable, because you told me your self-esteem is through the roof, but if you're tolerating something that's not tolerable, there's a self-esteem issue.
Yeah, I can see that.
So your self-esteem, when it comes to your business, your vision, your who you are as in some parts of your life, is great, but there's still that unresolved, and this is real life. There's still that unresolved part of you that's never been dealt with about the abandonment.
I can see that. I've actually gone to counseling. I've actually been told that.
Well, I'm not a counselor, but I am a life coach.
Yeah.
But so as long as that is not healed, you're still going to want to keep running back to those situations that aren't beneficial, because I'm guaranteeing you these guys haven't been loyalty.
No.
So what makes you, even if certain types of people have been told who you would be with, what makes you want the guy that you know is not treating you right?
That I have not, I haven't uncovered that. I guess it's just a comfort thing. I mean, it's what I'm used to. It just feels comfortable to me.
So it feels comfortable for somebody to mistreat you?
No, it's just, it's almost like a lot of times their personality is a lot alike, and I mean that part of it feels comfortable, not the cheating or the personality flaws, but it's just it's something that's just familiar about all of them that is attractive.
So and I use the word I mean a lot because I want to make sure my brain goes 1,000 and I'd have to bring it back to no, this is not where I want to jump over to. Mm-hmm. Even in saying that, what is it going to take for you to not keep going back? Because they're going to keep being the same people. They're going to keep being familiar. Mm-hmm. They're going to keep being comfortable. They're going to keep being the norm for you. Mm-hmm. So what is it going to take? Because you have to actually make the decision. Mm-hmm. No matter, because those guys are only going to be who they are.
Right. I guess it would be me retraining my mind to want something different, to actually want what's good for me. Yeah.
So have you, in a real healthy way, is your mom still living?
She is.
Have you in a healthy way dealt with that in a real dialogue as mother to daughter, had an open dialogue, not sugarcoating it, just going back to that place in your life and dealt with these are my real feelings. This is not me trying to throw anything on you, mm-hmm. but I got to get this out of me. Mm-hmm. And as I get this out of me, now I got to forgive you mm-hmm. because what I've been holding against you has been the very thing that's been destroying me in my relationships.
Yeah, I don't think that I hold anything against her. I mean, I definitely understand her. I understand how it happened, how it could happen so easily. I'm actually one of, it's 4 of us, 4 girls, and I'm one of the 4 daughters that truly does, forgive her. I talk to her every day. We've had times, in my 20s where I was just, I was cold to her. But, that's just not a part of who I am anymore. So I've definitely laid it out on the table, and I just don't feel that. I really appreciate the fact that, it happened because it formed me, into the woman I am. It's, it brought me here. I was exposed to a different lifestyle, and I'm very happy with that. So I don't hold anything against her.
But have you had the conversation about how it made you feel, out loud?
Yeah, we have had conversations like that. Like when it came down to prom, or even me getting pregnant early. When I told her, that I was pregnant, she said. She was like, well, you knew better. Nobody had to tell you that. But you don't know that. I tell my daughter that, I talk to my daughters in depth so they know, this is what, doing this will get you here.
Right.
Yeah, but I never had that conversation. And even though you think it's common sense.
It's a necessary conversation.
Yeah.
It's a necessary conversation.
Yeah. But I really understand the way that she was raised. The way she was raised it wasn't conducive to her. Even if I had lived with her, I don't know that I would have gotten that from her.
Or have even been where you are today.
Oh, no. My older sister, she actually, in spite of a lot of stuff, she did graduate from college. But, so yeah, I can't say because I wasn't there. I wasn't raised like that, so I don't know.
Okay. So you guys, this is Unpacking. Are you feeling okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I have to ask that because I don't want to. Sometimes when we pull skin off, I tell people it's just like having a scab. When you pull skin off, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
And it exposes that area of your life that you may have sort of kind of mulled over, or just sort of kind of close that chapter because you said, oh, I've already been there, done that.
Yeah.
So want to make sure you're okay, because we'll dig a little bit deeper whenever we come back after these messages, so we can, hopefully come up with a plan for you that you'll be like, oh no, I see that attribute. Maybe build a checklist and be like, oh, nope, you meet that guy. Too bad. So you guys, we're going to be right back after these messages, and we're going to unravel some of these things, and we're going to help Jennifer break through her now. Welcome back, and thank you guys for tuning back in to Breaking Through Your Now with your life coach Sybil Sloan and my guest Jennifer Stewart. And we were just talking about that you were making a conscious choice to go back into these relationships with these guys, even though you know what they are, you know what they're gonna do. And we also talked about, had you forgiven your mom and gotten rid of, maybe some void that you may have been feeling, the reason why you keep accepting what's unacceptable. Because there's something inside of us that causes us to accept things that are just simply unacceptable. It can't be the tigress, as they say, that just want to be like, ooh, this is fun and exciting, because it's dangerous. Like, if a guy is dating multiple women, that's dangerous.
It is.
On so many levels of dangerous.
Most definitely.
So my challenge to you is, I think you need to make a list in honesty and be like, these are the qualities that I like, but they don't work for me. Or you have to find out if these are the qualities I like, but if they had this, it would balance out. Because if he's undisciplined, basically it sounds like they're undisciplined.
Most definitely.
That's a problem. So he can be fun, creative, and witty, but he needs to have some discipline. Or maybe realizing that, I can't do the guy that's raised by the single mom. Clearly that guy's not right for me, because he's not gonna make good, healthy choices. Not every guy's like that.
True.
But if you meet 9 guys out of 10 that are, the odds are don't try to date the 11th guy, because he's probably gonna look like the other 9.
Right.
So, our slogan is change the way that you think and you alter the entire course of your life. So what are you gonna do mindset wise? Because how long, okay, I asked too many questions, so let me not ask that question, because I need to know something else. How long of a break did you take between dating these guys?
It's never substantial. I mean, that's something that I'm planning to do, because it hasn't been maybe a month.
That's not healing time.
2.
That's not healing time. You can't detox. You can't detox after 30 days or 60 days, because what's happening is what's hurting you is still on you. So the only thing you can attract is that very same thing. You're not going to attract a better guy if you're already in that broken place. You're going to attract someone that's broken. Even if they're not broken to the same measure, they're going to be broken in another area. You'll be like, oh, everything about him. Then you're like, ugh. Or you find out later he got that, ugh.
Yeah.
You was hoping that he wouldn't be. So you need more than a month or 2. So you need to give yourself, have you dated yourself?
No, I mean, absolutely not. Not in a month or 2. No, I haven't. So yeah, that's something I definitely want to do. In dating myself, I'm guessing you mean just
ball out on Jennifer.
Yeah.
Ball out with Jennifer. Do some stuff that's gonna improve you. Things that's gonna take you to the next level, whether it's your career, whether it's your life. Just spend some time on the beach with Jennifer.
Oh yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, because what we don't do whenever we are in relationships, we don't date ourselves after we come out. So all that we're doing is we get there with this guy. So next, somebody else is going to try to holler at us. Probably was trying to holler at us while we was dating with the other guy. Or get with us, for those who want proper colloquials. Someone else was trying to get with us while we were dating the other guy.
Right.
But we just wouldn't give him any play because we were occupied.
Right.
Once we become unoccupied, we texting that guy like, hey, just to let you know, I'm not in that situation anymore. So now this guy's like, oh, well, let me get to know you. Well, you haven't even really gotten rid of, it's like this. It's like you taking a can of Coke, or what's your favorite drink?
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero. We're taking a can of Coke Zero. You drink it all the way down to about that much left in the can. And then you go to the refrigerator and you open another 2-liter and pour it in that can on top of that Coke Zero that you just had. It can't ever be good for you.
Right.
And anything that other guy could be bringing to the table, it's gonna definitely blend with that you already got going on.
Right.
So typically, if you're still feeling his touch, you're still hearing his voice, you're gonna look for somebody who's gonna give you that, because your body is still wanting to respond to that same thing.
That's true.
So why are you laughing? You know I gotta know.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just true. It's a true statement. It's just true.
So somebody else that comes along gives the same kind of compliments, same kind of game.
Right.
It's like, oh, that's what I was missing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just familiar. So it just feels comfortable. Yeah.
But you know it's not good for you.
Oh, yeah, I definitely know that. Yeah.
So what are you gonna do different?
I'm just going to stop dating right now and date Jennifer.
Okay, I agree with that, like 8,000%. I agree with dating yourself, because the one thing that we all have to realize, if we spend quality time with ourselves, we get to know ourselves and we get to love on ourselves and we get to love everything about us. So when you become full of loving you, no one else gets to come by and get a pass on it, because now you're like, no, I love me like this.
Right.
And I tell myself I'm beautiful every day. I tell myself I'm great every day. So now you telling me that doesn't really matter. That's something I desire for you to bring to the table.
Right.
But you saying that to me doesn't really mean anything, because somewhere it's a cycle.
Yes.
It's a cycle that is obviously not getting any better. And it's a cycle that if you're not careful, it can destroy your life.
Right. There's some things I'm starting to notice, from not just from my dad, not just even seeking, that, same, seeking my father in a man. My mother and my grandmother, they both would just get tired of men real quick and just be like, okay, I'm tired of you, and just date, just date, just date, just date. So I noticed that I've kind of taken that on also.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys, we're going to be right back. We're out of time for this segment, but if you stay tuned in, we'll come right back so we can wrap this up and we can give Jennifer a little bit of guidance into breaking through her now. You have to cut them loose, right? Because they're poison. Delete them out your phone, block them on Facebook, and get rid of them. Because you have to detox just like a person on drugs.
Yeah. I guess a part of me, I kind of tell myself I want to block them on Facebook and all that, but a part of me says, yeah, this is what you need to do. Then the other part says, but you still want to be able to stun on them later. Like, you still want them to see you later on, you doing good, so.
What does that have to do with blocking them?
Well, I mean, they won't see it. If
No, that's your refusal to disconnect.
Yeah, okay.
You just want to stay connected because you want to go back. When you don't want to go back, first step, you will take them out of your phone as a contact. So that means you take their name out. Okay. The number will still be there. Then you block the number. And then whenever they call, they can't get a text through with an iPhone when they're blocked. But they can leave you a message.
They can.
But once you don't return their call, they'll get the message. Once they can't see you on social media.
Out of sight, out of mind, huh?
Yeah, you'll get to see how they act. Yeah. But you need that too, because you need the detox. Like, I don't care about them seeing you stunt. They'll see you whenever. They're going to see you on TV. Then they're going to see you whenever your name going lights. That's them seeing you stunt.
Right.
But they don't need to have they don't need a front row seat.
That's true.
Because they're poisonous.
That's true.
They're not healthy for you. And they could ultimately destroy your life. Like, how would you feel that one of those connections are HIV or AIDS positive?
I mean, that would be awful. That'd be awful.
And now you have children that will be left with no mama.
Right.
Because they just so nice. Like
they
make me feel so. Because like, I don't want to make them. I'm not trying to paint them to being the devil, but I gotta show you how bad it really is.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's death. It's like sin when it's full blown, bring forth death.
Yeah.
So if people live a loose life and don't care about protecting themselves, they surely can't care about you.
Right.
So at this point, you have to determine how valuable Jennifer is to Jennifer.
Okay, I'm getting now what you say about my self-esteem. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Because when I was referring to my self-esteem, I'm talking about in that area. Yeah, it's definitely lacking. But as far as looks and things like that go, I'm always like, okay, I'm confident in that. But yeah, I definitely see the value that you're talking about.
Yeah, because if you don't bring your value up, you're gonna keep devaluing Jennifer and making them seem great, and actually they're horrible.
Right.
They're horrible not because they're bad people. They're horrible because they make bad choices, and their choices have been infiltrating your life and causing you to stay stagnant. And I believe that sometimes we miss our promises because we stay connected to bad things. So how, if we brought in an element of faith, how would God trust you with what he has for you that's greater if he can't trust you to get rid of something that's going to destroy you?
Wow.
So now you got to think about my purpose. Let's forget about my playtime. Let's think about my purpose. My purpose should be greater than my playtime, because this playtime is going to destroy me.
Right.
Because these guys don't really care.
That's true.
They care enough to get what they want, but they don't care enough to change their life so they can be a valuable part of my life.
Great point. Yeah.
So what do you think? We have about 30 seconds. The producer's going to kill me, but we got about 30 seconds.
No, I mean, you have definitely convinced me to change the behavior. So, I mean, you brought it on home for me. So I'm definitely going to delete some contacts, block some numbers, block some Facebook accounts, and go from there and see what happens.
It's gonna work, I promise you. If you detach, because that's all it is, it's an attachment, but you've never disconnected. As long as you don't disconnect, you're gonna always have a way to get back to that thing that you never disconnected from.
Right.
But once you totally disconnect, that's gonna occupy your schedule.
Right.
Fill your schedule up. When you detach, disconnect, fill your schedule up. Make your day so full that you don't remember or think about their absence. And once you do that continuously, 21 days takes the form of habit, do that continuously. At that point, it's a habit now.
Right.
Now they're not a forethought, and they're blocked. So you got to remember their number and fumble through your phone to make them relevant again.
Right. Okay. I'm for it.
Okay.
I'm for it. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
All right, so I'm grateful. Jennifer has chosen to break through her now, and she's decided that if she changes the way that she thinks about this whole thing, it will alter the entire course of her life.
Yeah.
I believe that the decision she's going to make is going to not only change her life, but it's also going to position her for what's really supposed to be in your life. And so when it comes, it's not going to be clouded by all these other things, because you will have gone through the disconnection process. So again, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this show have helped you guys, even with dealing with relationship cycles. If it has, be sure to give us some feedback. Tune in to our YouTube channel, and remember that if you change the way that you think, you will alter the entire course of your life. I thank you, and I love you, and I'll see you next time.